Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about our debt snowball from last month, and I'm getting ready to pay towards something with that debt snowball. And then also I'm going to talk about saving for Christmas and then the other sinking funds that we have. Before I get into the video though, make sure that you subscribe if you want to stick around. Check me out on Instagram. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. If you watched my last video, I asked for suggestions for what to do for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'm still asking, so put your comments down below. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for you all. Let's just go ahead and get into this video. So right now what I'm doing is I'm looking at this little sheet here that tells me all of our debts. And I have them listed, well, I have them listed in whatever order, my loans and then Russell's loans. And our first snowball was the Trailblazer, and that was paid off with half of our debt snowball from last month, plus like the months before because we weren't paying it. Go back and watch those videos. If you don't understand, we had put it on pause for a little while. But anyway, we paid off the Trailblazer, and then we also had $2,200 left over for our debt snowball to go towards something else. So I have these all listed out. I've got to cover some of this stuff. Yeah. So I have these all listed out. These are our loans and their totals. And then if you see in the little red circles, you might not be able to see the numbers right, but I have listed them from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate after the Trailblazer. Basically, I do the debt avalanche. I just always say debt snowball. I do the debt avalanche method. So I had to go in here and look to see where our $2,200 is going to go for this month. And that is going to be towards one of Russell's student loans. And it's the highest interest rate and the highest total out of the other ones that have the interest rate. So it is $7,367.18. And we're going to put $2,200 towards that. And it will seriously go towards that. Because right now, if you didn't know, with the current situation in the pandemic, all of our student loans are not accruing any interest. We actually don't even have to make payments if we don't want to. There's a car just drove by like super slow. I don't recognize the car though. So anyway, we don't have to make any payments, but we're choosing, since we still do get paid and Russell's summer job is extra income for us, we're choosing to try to knock out as much as we can while the interest is not accruing. The nice thing about this is that if you are somebody who's not able to make your payments right now, you don't have to make the payments and you're not being penalized for it. I know that I look super fancy in my cutoff shirt and my sports bra, but you know, that's my life. I'm not gonna get dressed up just to film a video. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make this payment. And this is always, I know I like have the money there and it's supposed to go towards this, but it always kind of makes my heart like when I spend more than like $50 on something. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, instead of paying to all the loans, because all of his loans are with Nelnet, so instead of just hitting pay by account, I'm going to hit pay by group, which means by the separate loans. So you know, there's like a $2,000 one, $3,000, $5,000, that sort of thing. Instead of putting my $2,200 towards it and it separating between all the loans, I'm going to pay all of it to one specific loan. I would show you on my computer. I'm just not comfortable doing that because this has, you know, our loan information, and I know some people do that. I'm not going to do that. So all I'm going to tell you is it automatically checks pay by account, and I'm going to click pay by group. And since we actually haven't made our minimum payment, which we don't have to make a minimum payment, but we allocate $450 for that, I'm going to add the $2,200 to our minimum payment. Normally is $450, and so that's going to make it $2,650. So I'm actually going to pay $2,650 just because I'm going to pay that in 2 days anyway, on the 20th when I normally would pay it. So I'm just going to do it all in one. So I am going to scroll down to the group number of the loan that I'm trying to pay. So, you know, there's the whole list of all of his loans from each year and each semester. And I'm going to scroll down to the one with the highest interest rate and the highest total amount. So I could pay $7,235 and pay it off, but we're not gonna do that today. Maybe next month we'll pay it off. So we're gonna do $2,650. $2,650. And warning, your total payment exceeds $1,000. Verify your payment amount and proceed to confirmation. $2,650. Payment date is July 17th. Method, okay. We got it. So I'm going to proceed. This is crazy. It just makes my heart like, because that's a lot of money. I could go buy a MacBook right now with that money. Whoa. Okay, now it's reviewing. I'm paying that much on that one loan. Holy cow, Moses. I'm gonna hit pay now. And confirmation number, got it. Payment amount, perfect. And we just paid off like not half of that loan, but a whole bunch of that loan. So that's super exciting. It does suck to like pay a bunch of money to something where you're not like getting anything back right now, but it's because, you know, we got that money back in college, and I don't know, it's just a weird, it's just, oh. I'm just having a day here. I'm having a day. Okay, so that is paid, and then hopefully in the next like 3 months, that loan will be totally gone and we'll be able to move on to the next one. The next thing I'm going to talk about is our like sinking funds or savings funds. I used to do cash envelope sinking funds, but I feel like this is a smarter way to go about it. And honestly, a lot of the things that I had a sinking fund for, I just decided to turn into like my cash flow. Like every month there's birthdays and stuff that come up, and I just cash flow those every month. I budget for them in the monthly budget instead of saving randomly throughout the year. There are some things that I do save specifically for. Initially when I started this, I wanted to be like super organized, so I knew exactly where money was. So I have separate savings accounts for all these categories, and it's with like a regular brick and mortar bank. But what I'm planning to do is probably switching over to something like Ally or Capital One, like online, that is going to give me more money back on my savings accounts. I really just think it makes more sense that way, and to put it all in one account or maybe in 2 accounts and just keep track of the categories on a spreadsheet, because then it will grow like faster that way. Okay, so for me, I have a few accounts. In a couple of them, I just like want to get them, or I have them at a certain amount and I keep them at that amount, and then if I have to pull out of that, I just replenish it the next month, so it always stays at a certain number. Now, there is one account that I want a certain total by the end of the year, and so I divide that up by the 12 months and then put that much in the account every month. So it grows every month. The other ones, they're all at what I want them to be at, and I just kind of take from them and then replenish them the next month if I need like to reimburse myself. So I'll kind of explain that now. First thing is, I do have a $1,000 emergency fund. That's like the first baby step, is to get your $1,000 emergency fund. After that, I have a slush account. So the slush account is for smaller things that we're saving up for. So initially we were saving up for a camera, then we thought, okay, that's just not the smartest decision. We were redoing the basement to make it more like a playroom, and we've used that money for stuff for the playroom. And so it might have been a piece of furniture. We are currently saving for, or we're currently waiting to use that money for carpet. We want to get like a remnant that's like cheaper than just going out and buying like a piece of carpet straight off the roll. So our slush account is currently at $338. Don't know why it's at that random number. Maybe I reimbursed wrong at some point. I don't know, but that will be able to get us carpet, no problem. So we're not contributing to that unless we take from it. The next fund we have is medical. So we just keep money in here so that if anything comes up in the month, we don't have to cash flow for it. We just pull from that and then we replenish it the next month so we can plan a little bit better ahead of time. So really this is like anytime like prescriptions or dentists or just any medical thing, we pull from there. Now, I do have some medical bills that I'm paying for the birth of the baby, but that is like at the very end of our debt snowball and our debt avalanche, whatever. And so this money is not going towards that. We're just making the minimum payments on that stuff. This is for like the month-to-month stuff that comes up, or like a clinic visit. The next savings account we have is our family savings account. It's at $300, and that's where I keep it. This is just, honestly, we haven't touched that money. That's just $300 that we could use for family expense. So if we did need to get, if our TV fell off the wall and broke and we needed to get it, I could use that family money. It's like kind of like for our household type things if we needed it. And then the kids account's at $200. I don't plan to take any money from that account. That's just kids savings. So we are allotting $50 a month for the kids, just like anything for them, clothes, toys, whatever. And if we don't use it, that the extra from the $50 will go into their kids account. So that'll just slowly grow. And then the big one, and this is the one that we put into every single month, and that is the Christmas fund. So, or your holiday fund, whatever holidays you celebrate. And you can also do this for Valentine's or whatever. If you do something big like Thanksgiving, 4th of July, if you're a fireworks like person that buys a bunch of fireworks, you can do this for any holiday. I only do Christmas because I cash flow everything else. So Christmas, I personally put $100 a month to Christmas because I want $1,200 at the end of the year. Now, if I start getting closer to that time and we have extra money that we didn't use in the month, I'll go ahead and put it into the Christmas fund. And I tell you, last year, we started doing the Christmas savings or Christmas sinking fund like halfway through the year. And we really didn't, I don't think we put $50 a month or maybe $50 a paycheck. So it might've been $100 a month. And Christmas spending time and like all that was so much less stressful because I had all of that money that was specifically for Christmas, and I didn't have to stress out about being like, oh man, oh I gotta, you know, I already had it, and that was what it was set aside for. So it was so much less stressful for buying gifts or for traveling if we needed to travel. And so I highly recommend it. Even if you can put aside like $25 a month, that is like number one for holiday. It's right around the holiday season. A lot of people are doing traveling. A lot of people are buying gifts for whatever. And it's so much less stress. That time should not be a stressful time. It should be time that you spend with your friends and family and have a good time. So my Christmas fund, currently it is July, and my Christmas fund right now is at $800. So it's the 7th month, and I've been putting $100 in the account at a time. Oh, but I opened the account with $100, so it has an extra $100 in there. I was like, wait, my math is off. Anyway, so we have $800 in that account already. So that's $800 straight to holiday stuff, which is awesome. I will let you know if I do end up transferring the money to like an online savings account. I'll let you know kind of who I went with and like my experience. I do have my business account through Capital One, and I like it a lot. And if there's any weird activity, they're like that to contact me. I just thought since I was paying that today that this would be a good video to film today, because I have never actually like filmed while I was paying something off, which that was kind of fun. I hope that in the next couple months I'll pay that loan off, like I said. Let me know in the comments down below, again, what you'd like to see for a giveaway, or also tell me down below how you do your sinking funds or your savings funds, if you do it different or if you do it some way similar, or what it is that you save for. I just don't, I don't do the envelopes anymore. One day I might go back, but right now this is what works. And that, I believe, is gonna be it for this video. So don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I think there's this little thing right here that you can touch that will subscribe you, or maybe it's over here. I'm not really sure. It's on one of these corners. And then follow me on Instagram. It is linked down below. If you wanna check out my budget spreadsheet, it is on Etsy. It's on my Etsy shop. It's like $1.99. Totally customizable, however you want to customize it. And that is linked down below as well. I do have like savings trackers and debt trackers on there for 99 cents or something. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. It does support me a little bit, so anything is appreciated. And I will see you next time.